All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Don Miller. I'm co-owner of Dynamic Welding, a mobile welding and fabrication company in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, I want to kind of give a little bit of advice, things that helped me out when I first started welding and fabricating. First off, before we begin, I just want to thank I want to thank our supporters for their continual support. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Those of you who may be joining for the first time, hearing about us and watching our video, we welcome you and we thank you for watching this video. So today I want to cover the importance of pulling your measurement from the correct side that the blueprints specify. This was an issue that I had when I first started welding. I just assumed that the blueprints say, hey, pull left or right, but that's wrong. Don't just assume that it's going to be left or right. It's always important to go over the blueprints and make sure that it tells you to pull the measurements from left to right. I'm going to show you why it's important. For example, say the blueprints state you need to pull, you need to drill some holes. Say the blueprints say that you need to drill holes left to right at the 5-inch mark, at the 10-inch mark, at the 15-inch mark, and at the, we'll say, 20 and 25-inch mark. Now say the blueprints say to do that. Now say you, by mistake, you assumed, hey, I'm gonna pull right to left and get my measurement. Because a lot of guys think that it doesn't matter, but it does matter. So say you pull from right to left. You pull your measurement at the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, and the 25. Now the blueprint stated that you needed to pull the measurements from left to right because that's where the holes are going to be. But you pulled it from right to left. This is what happens. I'm going to show you guys. So the right way to pull the measurements, the right measurements I pulled from left to right. You got the red, that's where, this is the correct markings, the red marks. You got the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now the white marks are the incorrect marks, that's where I pulled right to left. You got the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 mark. Now as you can see, that can be a major issue. You may say, some people may say, well, why does it matter? Well, say the blueprint stated that you're building some kind of mount, and the mount, you're supposed to drill the holes from the left to right marks that I marked, and you drill it right to left, and because you do that, now the mount won't work properly. If you do one like that, your boss isn't gonna make a big deal out of it, usually 9 out of 10. Now say you're doing production welding though, and he's like, hey, I need 100 of these like this, and you do all 100 of those like that incorrectly, and you drill the holes in the wrong spot, and because of that, now the mounts won't work, and now you have to redo everything. 9 out of 10, you're probably going to get fired, or you're going to get a write-up, or you're going to get chewed out by your boss. So I can't stress this enough. It's super important to make sure that you're reading the blueprints correctly and you're pulling the measurements from the correct side. Because if you do this wrong, if you do one wrong, it's not a big deal, 9 out of 10. But if you do, like your boss demands that he needs like 100 of these and you do it wrong, you're probably gonna get fired. So that's super important. A little word of advice, things that helped me out is like, when I get a set of blueprints, I don't just jump into the job. You know what I mean? It's good to get a set of blueprints, sit there, and go over the blueprints for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Reread the plans 2 or 3 times until it clicks in your head to make sure you understand everything that is required of you. If you have any questions, ask a journeyman that you may be working with, ask your supervisor, your foreman, things like that, because 9 out of 10, your foreman would prefer you to ask him, and hey, he may be a little annoyed or whatever, but you asked him and then the project gets done right. He'd rather you do that than do the project just assuming that you think that you have it right, and then you build a whole bunch wrong. There's nothing worse than doing rework. Rework is terrible because, how can I put it? It costs the company time, it costs the company money, and things like that. And you know, when you're working for a company, when you're working for a fabrication shop, they're all about production.